never forget the day that I almost became someone's pet. Yeah, bitch, you heard me right. Someone's pet. I was maybe like 10 or 12 years old, you know, old enough to still be playing pretend games, but old enough to know that something is not right. Old enough to feel the vibe, you know what I mean? My best friend, I'm gonna call her T. She lived right down the street from me and we always used to hang out together. One day we decided to ride our bikes all the way across town to go hang out with a friend. I'm gonna call her J. She was more of T's friend. I almost said her real name. She was more of T's friend than she was mine, but I decided to tag along anyways. You know how it is. We get there, everything's normal, we start playing. We're there by ourselves because Jay's mom was a single mom and she worked all day and all night to be able to afford the house and the car and the school and everything like that. So whatever, we had the house to ourselves. So, you know, we just got into it. We were playing things like Kim Possible, which was one of our favorite games ever. But then I don't know what the hell happened, but something happened and the energy and the mood just flipped. Jay, for whatever reason, decided to lock T and me into the screen porch area of like all the way in the back of her house. Like actually locks the door, and it's one of those just screened in porches without the door like to get outside, so like we couldn't even get outside if we wanted to. And at first we're being dramatic and like silly and screaming and like thinking that it was a game and like we were trying to like pretend to try to find like a way to escape and stuff. But after like 15 or so minutes of us like actively trying to escape, it started to get hot in there because it was like one of those like sunroom type screened in porch rooms, you know what I mean? There was no breeze in there because all of the windows were glass, like they were all shut. So we were like, yeah, okay, joke's over, let us back inside. But instead of letting us back inside, Jay just stares at us and does not do anything except stare at us for like a solid minute. Instead of unlocking the door, she brings us 2 water bottles and a plate of what looked like canned chicken. But we didn't know because we didn't even see where it came from. It was just like little chunks of chicken on a plate. We're kids, we're hungry, we're thirsty, we drink the water bottles, we eat the chunks of chicken. I'm literally mid-bite when Jay peers through the window and she says, "Do you guys like the meat?" T goes, "Yeah, sure, it's great." And then Jay started smiling, like one of those creepy smiles. Like, I don't really know how to explain. Think of like the movie The Grinch when he's like, his little smile's like curling up, like all creepy. Like, think of like that. And she says, "That's my cat's food." What? I nearly threw up. Shaking in my boots, I spit that shit out all over the carpet. I didn't even care. I screamed at her as loud as I could. I literally said, "What the hell is wrong with you?" And that was very scandalous for me at the time because, like I said, we were little kids. But her answer to my question was nothing what I would have ever expected anybody to say. She said, "I've always wanted humans as pets, and I'm just testing out what I need to feed you when I put you in the hole." I'm sorry, the what? The